To no one's surprise outside of Los Angeles, the Lakers once again stink. And how the franchise should go about trying to dig out of this hole, both in the short and long term, is a constant source of debate for fans and pundits alike. Some still cling to the belief the Lakers should do everything in their power to salvage this season given LeBron James' age and the team's uncertain future. Others believe the 17-time NBA champions should just take their lumps this year, regroup in free agency as they always do, and then take another kick at the can next year with a third star flanking James and Anthony Davis. The real answer lies somewhere in the middle, and it revolves around trading AD. The first step is acknowledging just how bad the Lakers already are and how much uglier this season is likely to get. LA started the year with a bottom 4 overall record of 3-10. LeBron has already dealt with foot and groin issues, and the team is headed into a stretch where 13 of its next 15 games are either on the road or against 500-plus teams. The Lakers are headed for a terrible season, and they're going to lose their lottery pick in a loaded draft class because the Pelicans own swap rights as part of LA's 2019 trade for Davis.
I hope that doesn't come back and bite me in the ass.
Their 2022-23 fate looks all but sealed. Lakers fans need to accept that nightmarish reality and start dealing with the 5 stages of grief now. The Lakers don't have control of their own first-round pick again until 2025 and have no promising young talent within the organization. Relying solely on making a splash in 2023 free agency would put them in familiar and sketchy territory. They'd have James and his waning durability, Davis and his own injury issues, another max-level star from an underwhelming free agent class, and then would have to fill out the rest of the roster with cheap veterans. Not only does that route offer no guarantee of a playoff spot, let alone championship contention, it also does nothing to address the team's lack of draft capital or young talent.
Bad idea. Bad.
The Lakers need to get more creative. Trading LeBron is likely off the table unless it's what he actually wants. Sending Russell Westbrook packing likely means having to ship more picks out the door with him. The sensible solution is exploring a Davis trade. AD has quietly been great to start the season, averaging roughly 24 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal on 59% true shooting, while serving as the linchpin of a surprisingly competent Lakers defense. Davis isn't good enough of a playmaker to be the offensive hub new coach Darvin Ham and the Lakers wanted him to be, but the 8-time All-Star is clearly still good enough to be both an impact scorer and game-changing defender when he's healthy and engaged. An AD trade isn't going to return the same kind of haul the Lakers once traded for him, or the type of packages Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert commanded. But moving him would certainly help the Lakers at least partly replenish their barren cupboards. DeJounte Murray, with 2 years left on his contract, went for a package that included 2 guaranteed first-rounders, another first-round swap, and a conditional pick that will either be a first-rounder or 2 second-rounders. With about a year and a half left on Davis's deal, plus a 2024-25 player option, surely the Lakers could demand multiple first-rounders and a young player or two. Davis's contract status would also be more valuable to a contender all in on the next couple of seasons than it is to the aimless Lakers. For Davis to be part of the next great Lakers team, he'd likely have to re-sign with the purple and gold in 2024. But should the Lakers really be keen to give a then 31-year-old big man with a checkered injury history the lucrative long-term deal he'll expect in a couple years? The Lakers seem to have 4 options when it comes to Davis. Overpay him for his career twilight in a couple years, lose him for nothing in 2024, trade him for a lesser package next season, or bite the bullet and strike when the iron's hot this year.
Do what must be done.
The priority should be young players with upside who can still help LeBron compete on some level over the next year and a half, and picks that can help the Lakers rebuild from the ashes of this dumpster fire. If they're cautious and selective with the type of contracts they take back, they'd also still be able to spend money next summer, but from the position of a deeper team. Once DeAndre Ayton can be traded in a couple of months, how about a deal centered around Phoenix's young big man and a ton of draft capital? Davis would partner with Devin Booker and Chris Paul to form a true big 3. Phoenix would be better positioned to compete for titles in 2023 and 2024. The Lakers would have a younger big man under long-term team control, and Ayton would get more of an opportunity to showcase his abilities with a fresh start in Hollywood. Would the Warriors be willing to shake things up and abandon their two timelines plan by dealing one of Klay Thompson or Andrew Wiggins with James Wiseman and draft capital? The Grizzlies could keep all of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson and likely still put an attractive offer on the table if they were willing to part with more picks than other teams would be willing to. How about Atlanta putting Onyeka Okongwu on the table with one of John Collins or Clint Capella, plus a couple of the picks they can still trade before all the picks headed to San Antonio start conveying? Might Toronto entertain the idea of parting with OG Anunoby and Gary Trent or another young player, plus multiple first-rounders, for a couple playoff runs with Davis beside Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and Scotty Barnes? Would Davis's hometown Bulls go further all in by trading young players like Ayo Dosunmu, salary filler like Nikola Vucevic, and what little draft capital they have to dangle, like Portland's lottery-protected 2023 first-rounder, swap rights perhaps in 2024, and more future firsts sometime between 2027 and 2029? Is that even enough for AD? If the Lakers have the stomach for this conversation, there will be attractive offers out there that could help them start to dig out of the rubble. The worst thing they could do is dig themselves deeper into this hole, is continue to believe that despite all the evidence to the contrary, they're still close to building another winner around LeBron and AD. It's not gonna happen. That ship has sailed, or rather sunk, due to self-inflicted damage. It's time for the lifeboats now, and an Anthony Davis trade is the most obvious one.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.